Do you think that the American dream is dead?
The American dream never fucking existed.
The American dream now costs $4.4 million.
The American dream used to be simple: a house, a car, a couple of kids, and a job that paid the bills. But today, many of us wake up and realize the dream we were so feels out of reach. In this video, we explore why so many people feel stuck, overworked, and overwhelmed, and how the system really wasn't built for everyone to succeed.
We cannot use the same playbook our parents gave us to live life today, right? We've been told this American dream. You work hard, you study good, you go to college, you get a good job, you climb the corporate ladder, and you will be able to buy that white picket fence home, go on 2 vacations a year, and have your 2 kids and a golden retriever. It doesn't work like that anymore. You cannot save your way to rich unless you are making upwards of $500,000 a year. You cannot get there through saving.
I was like, oh, 37 years until I retire. I could do this. I don't have a savings account. There's hardly anything in my 401k. I'm not retiring.
I'm sorry, but the American dream never fucking existed. Like what? Your dream is to work until you are 65 and decrepit and not be able to make ends meet the entire time? Like, I'm sorry, but that just does not sound remotely appealing to me. It's not even about the dream anymore. Like, people are literally just trying to afford living in America. And here's the thing. If you are working for America, you will never be able to live your dream life in America. Like, and I know that most of you have probably already scrolled by now because you don't think it's possible to live in America without working for America. I was a server at the beginning of 2023. I quit my serving job. I started affiliate and digital marketing in April of 2023 and have now made almost $300,000 working online, and none of that came from my serving job. So if you are genuinely interested in working for yourself, starting an online business, check out the roadmap. It's at the top of my page. It literally shows you everything that you need to know to make money online, to start digital marketing. But I promise your dreams are so much more achievable than you think they are, but you're probably not going to reach very many of them by living that American dream life.
The American dream now costs $4.4 million. We're talking about buying a home, having a wedding, having your annual vacation, raising 2 kids and sending them off to college, buying a car for every few years and saving up for retirement. All of that costs $4.4 million. Your dream will look completely different than the next person, so everybody's price tag will be different. And remember, none of this is necessities, but rather the average and reasonable desires. There'll be a whole lot more when you actually factor in actual necessities like groceries. The average person with a bachelor's degree will make about $2.8 million during their career, which is where most people will fall under. So there's still a little bit of a gap there. So which is why you need to invest and grow your wealth if you ever want to afford the American dream.
The numbers don't lie. A typical American life, house, wedding, kids, college, vacations, retirement, now costs around $4.4 million. Yet the average person with a bachelor degree will only earn about $2.8 million over a lifetime. That doesn't even cover groceries, gas, or insurance. We're not lazy. We're just overworked, underpaid, and drowning in debt just trying to follow the rules.
All I said is I don't agree that we should have to work 40 years of our life. And I'm getting called lazy. People are telling me you're going to be homeless. People are also telling me I'm going to get fired. I'm a millennial that has been working since 2004 when I graduated high school. And it's messed up that you guys will come on here and talk to a hardworking man and tell him, grow up. Also, what did you expect? You shouldn't work at Walmart.
I honestly don't know how people 18 to 30 right now are just going to work and acting like nothing's happening. This is going to be a deep dive into the modern American dream and what people need to realize if they are young in their career right now. And if you are just doom scrolling, go ahead and go to the next one. But if you are actually serious about taking career advice from someone who has left a $300K a year corporate job to run their own business in 2025, let's talk. I just want to give you a little bit of context as to where we are at and mapping this to past trends in the US. My mom's parents, my dad's parents, neither of them went to college. They grew up in a small town, a manufacturing town back when the United States was the manufacturing capital of the world. And what happened when I go to their towns now, which is a small town in Indiana and a small town in South Carolina, there's a graveyard of factories that are completely empty. They have been deteriorating for 20 to 30 years. Right now, if you are 18 to 35, we are just like our grandparents who are working at a factory. There's a clear path. Maybe you're in tech and there's a high-paying job. You can save money. You can live a good lifestyle. But you know what just happened? And this is the same shit as our grandparents experienced is, hey, they're working at the Ford factory and it's going great. But you know what? GM just announced they're moving their facilities to China. And oh, that's okay. Hey, Cursor is replacing the need for engineers at tech companies. Some of the biggest investment banks in the world are forecasting a recession, but hey, it hasn't hit me yet. I'm making 150K. I'm just going to save 10% more this month. The same exact shit is happening right now, guys. And if you are 18 to 35, you have two choices. You can hold on to your slightly above average, higher than normal paying job, and you can wait 3 to 5 years until you finally get cut. And then you've got to figure it out when you're even more entrenched in your lifestyle, or you can actually start building or changing careers right now. If you have the ability to go really deep on the technical side and you understand that world, maybe that's a path for you. But if not, and I'm dead serious, guys, you need to learn how to sell right now. I don't see a path in 2050 and beyond where almost any type of job is still in demand. Now, sure, there's going to be programmers, there's going to be analysts, there's going to be lots of different, traditionally high-paying roles, but with how much software is doing, there's going to be less of those jobs available because AI is going to be a co-pilot and making those jobs execute much faster with less people. And additionally, the pay bands for those, which right now a highly skilled software engineer can still command 400 to 500K, that is going to slow down, and overall, on average, that is going to come down further and further. There is no advantage anymore in being a great programmer like there was between 2000 and 2020, where if you were the first person to market, you made the first Uber of whatever, you had a real chance of building a successful, fast-growing business. That is commoditized. I built a ChatGPT bot yesterday in an hour that automated 5 hours of work per week, and I don't even know how to program. So if you do not know how to sell, I recommend getting an entry-level sales job at a reputable company, especially if you have a solid background, so you can just understand the skills of how to carry a one-on-one conversation, how to sell a higher ticket item business to business, and or maybe you don't necessarily want to do that if you are not learning how to play the social media game, if you are not trying to build a YouTube, a TikTok, or an Instagram. Just pick one. You don't have to do all three at the beginning. But if you are not learning that, guys, I don't see a future where 10 years from now, you're going to have a real chance to compete against AI and so many jobs. So with that being said, I'm giving honest career advice of someone who has left their 300K corporate job because I built an online business that is bigger than that salary. If you want more of that advice, that is what this channel is about. And I also make tons of free in-depth guides on YouTube about tech sales as well. So yeah, let me know where you're at. Let me know if you agree, disagree, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Here's the truth about few admit the American dream is built on debt, collect loans, 30-year mortgage, car payments, and retirement accounts lock people into a treadmill. You run, you sweat, you age, and you never really get off. And when people try something different, society often shames them, even if all they want is stability and peace.
The American dream is debt. Let's talk about it. All of the aspects of the typical American dream is literally debt. Going to that incredible university, the private out-of-state university or the Ivy League university, you have 6 figures of debt. Driving that nice car, you have a 4-figure car note. Having a mortgage, you're locked into a 30-year loan. If you want affordable health insurance or a 401k, you need to work in that 9 to 5. If you don't want to be screwed by the tax people, you need to get married and have kids. The American dream is to be in debt and to have so many dependents that you have no choice but to work and work and work until you literally can't work anymore and have no choice but to retire. That is the American dream. And we're also taught socially to subconsciously look down on people who choose alternative paths. People who are more free than the average person, people who choose not to have children, who choose not to get married, who choose not to work in corporate, people who choose to go to community college or trade school instead of getting, up to 6 figures of debt at a university. People who choose to drive beaters or to buy used cars instead of brand new cars off the lot. Those people are looked down upon because that is not in line with the American dream, which is to get as much debt as you can so that you don't have a choice but to work. It's just something I've been thinking about a lot lately. Like, the American dream is literally just you getting into debt. So,
I'm seeing videos of people moving into RVs because they cannot afford home ownership, or they can't afford rent. So it's just cheaper to live in an RV. This is crazy. Why can't the wages be high enough where you can live comfortably as a single person? I don't know if I'm ever going to be a homeowner, let alone ever move out of my parents' house. Because rent alone, you have to make 3 times the rent. What's 3 times $2,000? You would have to make $72,000 to afford that. And if you can't afford that, you have to have someone who loves you enough to co-sign for you. And on top of that, if you do live with your parents or family, the BS that comes with that. Like, as much as you may love your family, I guarantee you when you're my age, 27 or 26 years old, or you're getting close to 30, you don't want to live with your parents anymore. But I don't make enough to afford to move out. Like, even now, as a higher level position of a job that I just got, I'm still not gonna make enough to move out. Couple dollars more an hour, I'm still not gonna be able to afford to move out of my parents' house. I'm still in credit card debt. I'm still living check to check. And if I did not have my parents' house right now, which I'm sharing a bed in, and don't have my own room currently, I would be homeless. I would literally be homeless. And I was only able to get this job that makes a couple dollars more an hour after putting thousands of applications in. Was just able to get this job, like, is gonna keep my head above water with my bills. And it's very high stress too. I think the American dream was once a thing where, like, our parents and our grandparents, they don't know what they're talking about. Half of them give the advice of when you're 18, move out, do this. That was possible for them. That's not possible for our generation now. That's why I don't even shame people who are doing OF right now, whatever. It is hard as hell to make a living right now. It is so challenging. And most people around me are too comfortable. They're too comfortable at their low-wage jobs. They're too comfortable with where they're at. And I'm not. Every day I wake up, I'm like, I don't like where I'm at. I should not feel like this. I'm meant for more. I should strive for more. But a lot of the people around me have just kind of accepted their fate and accepted where they are. I think that's all there is. And I'm like, no, that's not all there is for me. The cycle of poverty is so hard to get out of. I'm going to make a part 2 to this.
I'm just going to say it because nobody else is saying it, even though we're all thinking it. The American dream is to leave America. I traveled the world for 6 months straight by myself. 4 months in Asia, 2 months in Europe. And no, don't come at me. I've been on my own since I was 18 years old. And yes, of course, I'm blessed to be an American. I'm blessed to have a strong passport. And I'm blessed that I've been able to start my own business and travel the world. But I'm telling you, I've been home for over a year now. There's not one city in the United States that makes my soul feel alive, that makes me feel like I have community, that makes me feel like people are loving and respectful and not divided and judgmental. It's toxic here. We have no love here. People literally think that I'm the crazy one. And I'm like, you guys, we're falling apart. I find so much more love and so much more support, so much more community in Bali. I'm in Spain, and I'm in Italy, when I'm in Thailand. I've traveled to 10 different countries by myself. I'm telling you, being here will strip your soul. I say this because I want to see if anyone else is feeling this way. And if you need help, like, I want to get out as well, and I need direction to make money online and support myself financially abroad, please contact me. I'm a business coach. I can help you.
So if the old dream feels dead, what now? Some move abroad just to feel alive, others leave corporate jobs to freelance, start businesses, or take control in whatever they want. Some stay in the system and try to make it work. All of them deserve support, not judgment, because we all deserve a life that feels like living, not just surviving. If you're like feeling tired or frustrated, know this: you are not alone, you're not lazy, and you are not broken. You're navigating a system that was never truly fair. Maybe it's time to rethink what success really means on your own terms. What does your version of the American dream look like? You can share it in the comment section below, and I'd love to hear your stories. And please, if you find this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel. And it's really a big motivation with us, a big team. Alright? Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.